If you're at your wit's end for Christmas shopping, let me help you. I'm not selling anything, and I'm not sponsored, but I am good at pulling things out of my ass. So with my advice, you will have a gift for that estranged relative that you only see once a year that's going to be at your grandma's Christmas. And they always give your kids nice gifts, but you never know what to get them. To be honest, we don't even know if they're related, they just show up. Anyway, so picture this. You're driving the highway to grandma's house. Do you know what you're going to pass like 45 different ones of? Dollar fucking General. This will also work for like Family Dollar and the Dollar Tree. Well, sometimes Dollar Tree, but Dollar Tree doesn't carry movies. Anyway, you're going to pass at least $45 Generals between here and grandma's house. You're going to stop off and you're going to pop into this bad boy. Firstly, you're going to go where they keep all the buckets and bowls and shit, and you're going to pick a nice large bucket. They're usually like $1, but if you want a really nice one, it'll be all the way up to $5. Now, when I say large, think about the bucket you would want to throw up in if you got a stomach flu. Because for some odd reason, you guys want to use your popcorn buckets as a vomit bucket. Of all fucking things. Moving on. You have your bucket. You're going to make your way down to the snack aisle. You're going to get the Clover Valley brand popcorn. That is the Dollar General brand popcorn. I picked this because it's the cheapest. Now, in my opinion, the cheapest popcorn always tastes the best, but what have you. It's usually like $1 for a box, and there's 3 bags in there. Now, if you're worried about looking cheap, you can always take the bags of popcorn out of the boxes and put it in the bucket when you get to your car. But if you're not worried about that, you can just put the box in the bucket. Next, you're going to go to the next aisle over into the candy. These little Sweet Smiles bags are like $1. You can pick out anywhere between 1 and 3 of them, or more, whatever. But there's like 1,000 different varieties, and it's all the good candy. So you got like peach rings and circus peanuts, and sometimes I think there's marshmallows, things like that. If you're feeling froggy, you can get the name brand candy, but that's going to get more expensive. Now, generally in the same area, you're going to find either the Welch's or the Martinelli's little like teeny tiny non-alcoholic sparkling grape juices. It's like a really small personal size bottle, and they're usually, I put 2 to 3, it's anywhere from like $1 to $3. Because who doesn't love a good sparkling grape juice? And you're going to feel fancy. Now, if you're doing this in the Dollar Tree, you can always go up to their plastic plates and forks and stuff and get the little plastic champagne flutes to go in there too. And it just makes you feel so fancy. And now for the piece de resistance. You go to their movie section. And other than the new releases, you never buy a new release at Dollar General. Other than the new releases, their movies are usually decently priced. Between like $5 and upwards of like $15 if it's pretty new. But the trick is one of two things. Either one, find one of the collections, which is like 4 movies in one, and that's usually like $10. Or you find a movie that's not super new, but you've already seen it. And the reason you pick one you've already seen is when you give it to them, you can be like, oh, this movie made me think of you. Or you can tell them a little bit about it. You can tell them you like this movie so much that you wanted to share it. And the best part about this is you can tailor your movie to whatever age group the obscure relative is. There you go. You done made a whole movie night bucket. And depending on what you picked, you can have it as low as like $9 minus tax or upwards of like $29 minus tax. But that's like if you want to buy one of their new releases and have a happy crisis.